everyone, and welcome to Long's Toys. I have a Kamen Rider Ghost review for you today. This is 11th in the Ghost Change series, Kamen Rider Ghost Grateful Damashi. So as you can see here, this is the figure, and it also comes with like an old school Ore Ghost hoodie. There's some kind of gimmick where I guess this chest piece kind of swings around and hangs on the back, and you can put the hoodie on top and then kind of take it off and then swing it around. So it looks like he's changing from Hoodie to Grateful Damashi. I don't know how much I really need that. I almost kind of would rather have just had like a normal, or maybe just have this come off, and if you want to just stick with the regular base, or really even just a standalone figure. I mean, Damashi's probably not going to wear other hoodies on the show, so I know it's part of the Ghost Change series, but I probably could have been okay if it didn't work with the gimmick and was just a nice figure. But we'll see. I mean, here's a picture on the side, kind of showing how it clips on. Nice picture on that side. Not much going on the bottom. Again, just kind of shows how it works on the back, and it shows all the rest of the hoodies that are available. So we'll go ahead, we'll pop them out of the package, and we'll take a closer look. Alright, so this is everything you get in GC-11 here. Obviously, you get the Grateful Damashi. You also get a Ghost hoodie and kind of a Ghost hoodie helmet. I'm going to go ahead and just put these pieces off to the side. We'll revisit them in a moment. Just taking a look here at the Grateful Damashi, I think it looks pretty good. I mean, the back is all open and you have a little bit of a ghost driver here, and we'll get into that in a minute. But for the most part, I really like all the faces as part of this mode. You can see he's got some here on the sides and on his shins and his knee guards. Up here on his bracers, on his shoulder pads, on his chest. So I think they did a nice job with the paint and the detail there. Pretty much all the same standard articulation of a Ghost Change series figure. This can rock back. I'm not sure why you'd need it to, but it can. The only problem, like this, it's not too bad, as you can see. If I shake it, it doesn't come forward. But if you just kind of press it, like that whole thing just falls off. But if you push it in there, there are some tabs. So like I showed earlier, sometimes it catches really well, like there you go. But other times it feels like it falls off. But it's just kind of mostly while you're handling it. I don't think it's going to fall off just sitting on a shelf or anything. But like I said, pretty much all the same standard articulation for a Ghost Change figure. And I think the Grateful Damashi works well. I think they did a nice job as far as the detail. All the faces on here are painted very nicely. And I overall like the look of the figure. We'll get into how the gimmick works. It doesn't work well, but I'll at least show you how it works. So it's kind of reminiscent of Drive Dead Heat. How you could kind of get two figures by kind of rotating it around. So I'll show you what I mean. It wants you to start by just kind of rotating the bracers around so that they're just on the back and hidden that way. You're going to rotate these pieces by the waist down like that. Then you're going to have this whole piece come forward, and then you're going to rotate the entire waist 180 degrees. And not just the waist piece, literally everything. So I don't know why this rotates separately than the rest of the waist, considering I can't imagine a situation where you're going to want like just Ghost crotch and Grateful Damashi head or something like that. So I feel like that's just, it makes it more flimsy, like when you're trying to move everything around. They should have just had that fixed in place. But whatever. So you're going to rotate that whole thing around. So you've got your Ghost Driver now. You've got orange on your thighs. You're going to rotate this right above the knee swivel around to get the kneecaps in the right direction. And then you're just going to rotate the Grateful Damashi shin guards and everything here so that they're kind of facing inside to the inside of the legs. Which is kind of weird because he's got these things hitting against each other inside his legs, but what are you going to do? So now you've kind of got your ghost form, and unfortunately, this piece just hangs off the back. There's no, like, way to clip it up or hide it. Like if they could have done something where like you just didn't see it all that much, but it just is supposed to hang. So then you bring in your ghost hoodie, which you can see that the hood is fixed down. You cannot raise that. So it's like show accurate in that regard that the hoodie is fixed down. So you just go ahead and drop this right on top very simply. Get that to click in. And then you just bring your helmet and just drop that on top. And then that is your ghost form. So, I mean, the only reason you would ever use this figure for ghost is if you just want to illustrate real quick, like, you know. But again, he doesn't use the ghost driver. It's not like he puts an icon in the ghost driver to turn into Grateful Damashi. So, I don't really know. I don't think I've ever seen him on the show go from Ghost to Grateful Damashi. He's always starts as just Takeru, puts on the special driver, and turns into Grateful Damashi. I really feel like they didn't want to just put a figure that doesn't do anything in the Ghost Change line, so they came up with this, but it's just not necessary. I'm going to go ahead and take this stuff back off and turn them back. Honestly, I would have been happy, and I think this would have worked better. Again, there's really no instance when Grateful Damashi is going to need to wear the past hoodies because they're integrated into his powers. That's why they're on his shoulders and arm guards and all this stuff. So this figure, I understand you want to put it out in the Ghost Change series, but it doesn't really need to change. I would have been happy if they just put the figure out as normal. If you wanted to, you know, take this part off and put a hoodie on top, you know, just make it possible. But the whole changing from Ghost to Grateful Damashi, it's just not necessary. I think for me, I'm going to leave it in this form. It looks good. All I want is an action figure of Grateful Damashi, and that's it. This looks good. I'm happy with this. But I have thought of something you can do with these extra parts. So if you bring in your GC-11, the normal Ghost Ore Damashi figure, and you put on this new hoodie that has the hood molded down, and that clips on very nice because it is all Ghost Change series, so all the pegs and everything are the same. So you can go ahead and put that on. And now it's a little bit more show accurate because it does have the hoodie folded down like that. And then you just go ahead and you pop your helmet on. And then boom, you have a Ore Ghost Damashi that can move its head from side to side, which is, that should make a lot of people happy. So I really think, I almost feel like they knew that they were trying to create a past problem. And that's why they just included these pieces. I say just go ahead and put these pieces on your normal Ghost Damashi, on your normal Ore Damashi GC-01 figure, and then just have your Grateful Damashi next to them, and they'll just look great on your shelf as is. You don't need to change one into the other. So I have to say at the end of the day, I do like this figure, but probably not as much as some of the others in the Ghost Change series. This is just a case of a form to be show accurate doesn't really make sense to be in a change line because this is kind of an ultimate form that doesn't really need to change into anything else. It's, you know, so like I understand they felt they had to do something. It very much reminds me of the Kiwami from Gaim, where you got the ultimate form, and then they didn't know what to do, so they kind of gave us that weird, like, Kachidoki orange pieces to break off and reveal the form, and I almost kind of feel like that's what they were doing with this. But I really can't remember any time on the show where he actually changed from Ghost to Grateful Damashi, and maybe I'm wrong. It's only been a couple of episodes, I guess, but usually he just puts the belt on and goes right from his human form to this. I don't think I've ever seen him change from Ghost into this, so I understand they had to come up with something, but it doesn't really work. Luckily, it doesn't hinder this figure that much. You can kind of just leave it like this, and it's just a nice figure. I mean, like I said, this chest piece is a little floppy, but it's not so bad that it falls off immediately, so it's really not that big a deal. What I think really you should just do is take these pieces and just go ahead and put them on your normal GC-01 Kamen Rider Ghost figure. If you want Like if you want to have him with the hoodie up, have him wear what he comes with. If you want a screen accurate hoodie down, and then you can put this helmet on so he can move his head around. I think these are just kind of nice replacement pieces or alternate pieces for your GC-01 figure. So go ahead and put those with those and just enjoy Damashi on its own. I would say if you really just want a really nice, detailed, Grateful Damashi that's not going to be floppy in any way, then I would just hold out for the figure art, because that's going to be really nice and detailed and solid, and I'm sure that's going to look great. I don't think it's been announced yet, but you know, I'm sure it'll come and it'll look good. This is definitely a budget figure, and I think it works. And if you're looking for the cheaper option, this is definitely the way to go. Just the whole change into Ghost thing, I think, just doesn't need to be there. So I'm just rambling at this point. I'll stop. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like and share this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you've enjoyed this look at GC-11, Grateful Damashi from the Ghost Change series line, and thanks for watching.